On this computer. Woo! Okay.
There we go.
All righty. Well, hi, Siobhan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you so much for, well, I guess you didn't really have a choice, but thanks for being showing up and being early. That's awesome. From how I'm interpreting it, this session today is our first one together. So I would love to just learn a little bit about yourself, if whatever information you want to tell me. Then we'll talk about what coaching is, and then we'll end with your wellness wheel. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Awesome. So just tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 19. I'm almost 20. This is my second year at CCC. I'm hoping to graduate next December. And then go on after that to a 4-year.
Wow, awesome.
So I work at K Jewelers. And right now I'm looking for a second job. And I do a lot of babysitting, dog sitting on the side. I love to read and watch Netflix.
Awesome. Awesome.
And yeah.
That's great. That's so much cool stuff. That's wonderful.
Thanks.
When did you get into the dog sitting and the babysitting?
So I really started when I was 14, 15. I have a ton of cousins who are older and have their own kids. And so when they're in town, we're like, can you watch, my kid for a little while? And it's like, yeah. And then my mom's a teacher. She has a ton of teacher friends who have young kids. And I don't know, my mom was just kind of like, hey, my daughter can babysit. And so a lot of the families I babysit for are my mom's teacher friends. And same thing with the dog sitting, that. A lot of her friends, a lot of family friends too. So,
yeah, that's so cool. It sounds like you have a real passion for helping people.
I do. I definitely do.
Yeah. And kids are cool, but
yeah,
that's awesome. I remember in class, you were talking about K Jewelers and your love of jewelry, and just, you were working on your diamond certification, and how important that was to you. You beamed, you glowed when you were talking about that. So what about K Jewelers? I know the diamonds are beautiful and amazing. What else do you love about it?
Well, so I've been there for 1.5 years, so I've built kind of a clientele. I have a lot of customers that are regulars that I have, that I've enjoyed working with. I don't know, I enjoy figuring out what they like their kind of taste in jewelry, and going off of that and trying to find something new for them, something a little bit different. Really just kind of finding that piece that kind of shows their personality, kind of shows their own taste and everything like that, because I really think you can express yourself through jewelry. And yeah, I mean, I've had a ton of customers that I've worked with that come by and just say hi to me, and it makes me feel good. And I get the emails and the calls from them, and they're like, I really enjoyed my experience. You really helped me out, that stuff. So it just makes me feel really good to help people find how to express themselves and express, their love for their spouse through their engagement ring, wedding ring stuff. So
yeah, that's incredible. That's really a beautiful way to look at selling jewelry.
Yeah.
Is finding, what I'm hearing is finding the perfect piece to that, the most, what are my words? The most powerful symbol of their love and affection for somebody.
Yes.
And it sounds like you really love the problem solving part of it.
I do.
And being curious and asking those questions.
Yeah, definitely. I love to figure out what the customer wants, and seeing, what I can do, put my own little twist on it, see what they like as far as that.
That's awesome. To me, that sounds like you're very intuitive to people. That's awesome. So have you always lived around here?
Yes, I grew up in Elmira, um, and I live in Horseheads now. So yeah, always been in the area.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I've lived in this area my whole life too. I started in Elmira, then went to
Mhm.
Horseheads, and then now I'm in Corning. So
Yeah, making your rounds.
yeah, definitely know the area,
Mhm.
the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else that you want to share with me right now that you think would be important for me to know?
I don't think so quite yet.
Okay.
We'll probably get into
Yeah.
more about myself. So
No, thank you so much for telling me all of that as
Mhm.
well. Like
Yeah, of
that's
course.
really great. I love being able to get to know you just a little
Yeah.
bit, and I'm excited to continue to get to know you
Yeah.
as we
I'm a
move
pretty
forward.
open book, so
Well, this will be fun then.
yeah.
All right. So we're here taking this coaching class.
Mhm.
Um, and I know we've already kind of talked about a little bit about what coaching is, but what do you want to get out of coaching? What is it to you?
Um, I mean, like life coaching to me is kind of helping a person find, the next steps they need to take towards their goals. Somebody who might be a little like lost or confused, they know where they want to end up, they just don't know how to get there. Which definitely is like kind of how I am.
Yeah.
And how I think a lot of people are.
Mhm.
Um, and just kind of helping them through that process. And yeah, I mean, I hope to get out of it. Like what I need to work on definitely is like I need help with like motivation.
Mhm.
Because I'm very busy, but I still
Yeah.
find like motivation like a hard thing for me.
Yeah.
Um to get up, like I'm so busy, I'm tired. So
Yep.
it's like, to get up and go do
Yeah.
something is like
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
so yeah, I definitely need to work on like my motivation. I like some help with that. Um and just some more like different ways to for decision making, I guess.
Okay.
Because I'm like still adulting. I'm only, I'm about to be 20, so I'm like still a young adult.
Yeah.
um so just like how to make those big life decisions on my own kind of thing. I've already made one really big life decision on my own, and that was hard, and I didn't really have any help through it. So I
Yeah.
guess to have it'd be nice to have help through this decision, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's what I hope to
Those,
get out.
yeah, those are amazing. Those are amazing things. Like, and you said that you're 20, but you know, these are just like I feel you have put a lot of thought into it, and um you have more awareness of where
Yeah.
you are and where you want to go.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to help guide you, hopefully.
Yeah.
And hopefully being able to work on those goals.
Yeah. I'm
Those are
excited
really
for it.
great.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. You like took all my like pitch away and everything. That was a beautiful explanation of coaching. Um
Thanks.
I honestly um I I see if you'll take this. If not, that's okay. You can just toss it out of your mind. I see a lot of in your description of coaching. I see a lot of that you're kind of already doing in your job. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I That makes sense. Yeah. I think so too. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel um, you have like this great intuition and desire to help people find the perfect thing. And in that moment, I mean, if you think about it, like that's kind of like their goal in that moment is to get the help and support. And you're
Yeah.
just there to help give them all their options
Yeah.
and what they can afford and being conscious of all that. So
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. yeah, I mean, I do really enjoy helping people like find something that's going to make them happy. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of like coaching. You're going to find um this goal, get towards this goal that's going to make you happy. So
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, these are amazing goals about motivation and making decisions. I can tell you, being 26, decisions are so hard.
yeah.
And I just made a huge one. And that was really
Yeah.
hard. And it's really hard to do it by yourself and to know
Yeah.
that you did make that big decision by yourself. Like that shows me how much like inner strength I'm seeing already in you.
Mm, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Um, so I guess I'll go into like my little 15-minute elevator pitch, even though you summed it up beautifully already.
Thanks.
Um, well, yeah, I'm just gonna go off your definition about helping clients create their own goals, and coaching is just me being here to help you make those decisions, but like I'm not the expert. You are the expert in
Mhm.
this decision and all these decisions about motivation and decision making. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Um, and my role is to just be here for support and to make you know that whatever you do choose, it's going to be from a place of the best positive intentions for yourself in that moment.
Yeah.
Because life's ever changing. We never know, the decision or goal that we have today could be different from the one tomorrow or a week from now.
Mhm.
And you know what's best for you. I'm just
Mhm.
here to help create a nice little environment and relationship between us that you feel safe to be trying to obtain those goals, and uh, feel confident in your ability to make those goals.
Yeah. That's what I do need that. I definitely have a lot of anxiety around like decision making and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm always still going to my mom, like, I
Yeah.
need help, like stuff like that. But
That's awesome. Are you really close with your mom?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I still live at home with my parents,
Nice.
um, to save money while I'm at
Yeah.
CCC. So yeah, I'm pretty close to my parents.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people can say that they have a really close relationship with
yeah, I'm very
their
fortunate.
parents.
Yeah,
So
I
that's awesome
yeah,
that you have this like going into this already. Like there's one person right there that
yeah.
is super willing to be there and support you. And
Oh yeah, they're always there for me. And I mean, it's, being in college and working, I'm in and out of the house, don't see them a whole lot, but we always
yeah.
make time. We always have dinner together and everything
Oh,
like that to catch up. Since, don't see each other a whole lot. So
yeah.
very
That's
nice.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. So making time for family
Hmm.
is super important. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm just taking notes. I promise I'm not
Yeah.
like looking over here. I'm just writing down all my notes.
No, I get it. You're good.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, I'm trying to think. Sorry if this is like a little choppy.
It's okay. It's perfectly okay. I know with mine I'm going to be, so it's okay.
It's
I
okay.
get it.
You're not supposed to coach me. There's none of that. Okay. Okay, cool. So we have about like 10 to 15 minutes left. I would
Mhm.
love to dedicate that time if you want. I feel like we've already kind of dipped into it with you talking about your goals to become more motivated and to learn how to make those hard decisions. But I would love for you to tell me about your wheel of life. Were you able to get to
I
that?
gotta grab it. I
Yeah,
gotta
of
grab it. It's over there.
course.
Okay. Sorry, I should have been a little more prepared.
Oh,
All
it's fine.
right.
We're in this together, right?
Yeah. So I wasn't like exactly sure like what we were supposed to do with it, I guess, because there wasn't really directions.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of understand like with the numbers.
Yeah.
Um, so is it like, you're kind of rating the importance of these kind of things in your life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I would say
That's
that yeah, you're spot on from how I've understood it. So
okay, great. Because that's how I did it. And I was like,
okay.
oh. Um, so do you want me to like go around the different parts of the wheel and kind of
Whatever you want to share with me. What we
okay.
can start with, like, how was it to feel how was it to fill out this wheel for yourself?
Um, it was a little bit hard,
Okay.
honestly, because I realized there are some aspects of my life that aren't as important as they should be.
Mm,
Um, and there's parts of it that I do want to make more important, like the
okay.
adventure and fun and travel and vacations. I
Mm,
realized I'm not doing as much of that anymore. I
okay.
used to do a ton of that,
Yeah.
especially when, like in high school, like,
Yeah.
all my friends from high school moved away, go to college, I'm still here.
Yeah.
So with those two, I was like, those ones need to be, you know, up there a little more because those definitely make me happy. And I've kind of been putting like fun stuff aside a little too
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
But I have a fun weekend planned. So that's
Woo! I
so that's I'm looking forward to that. So that part will increase a little bit
Yeah.
um as far as importance. But I guess yeah, I realized that like some parts of it definitely are a little bit lower than I thought.
Mhm.
Um like I mean the like friends and relationships, I guess, was a little bit lower. Again, like I
Mhm.
said, a lot of my high school friends moved away.
Yeah.
I've had a harder time, making friends,
Yeah.
especially because half the time I've been at CCC, actually more than half, it's been online,
Yeah.
which we all know is hard. Um,
Yeah.
but I do have like my few close friends and everything. In the relationships part is just I don't even know.
Yeah.
I I got out of a 4-year relationship this past fall.
Wow.
So, but it was a good thing. It was
Yeah.
time to move on. We,
Okay.
dated in high school and it was like time to grow up. So like that was good.
Yeah.
Um, so that part does need to be increased a little bit as well. I need to put myself out there a little more. Um, let's see. Obviously the marriage part is low because I'm only 20, but um and let's see. Lifestyle, I guess, was also a little low because I guess I really don't know how to define my lifestyle.
Yeah.
I really don't know what it is, I guess. I mean, it
Mhm.
to me, like my life is working and going to school
Okay. Yeah.
and trying to fit in fun when I can.
Okay.
Um, but obviously my priorities are work and school. Um, so I guess I just don't really know how to define my lifestyle.
Mhm.
Um, Career and business obviously are very high for me. Um,
I
even
figured.
though, yeah, even though like I mean, I'm working retail right now and everything. It's obviously not what I want to do for the rest of my life. It's still very high for me because I'm a hard worker. I like to be working. I'm a very busy person. I like to be doing
Mhm.
things. And my job gives that to me.
Yeah.
So that's very important to me. And obviously, like, school's kind of in that too, because I'm working
Mhm.
towards my career.
Yeah.
School's extremely important to me because I know where I want to be after I graduate. So yeah. Let's see. Health and wellness. That's low. Um, I guess I'm such a busy person. I don't focus on that as much.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of health issues
Okay.
that make it a little hard for me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I recently started going back to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't been there in like 2 weeks.
No, yeah.
So I need to, that's also part of the motivation. I need to get myself up,
Yeah.
go to the
Yeah.
gym, create a routine. Um, because I definitely need to go back. um, my family, obviously very, very important to me.
Yeah.
That's high. Because my relationship with my parents. And I also have an older brother. He's 24. But he lives in New York City.
Okay.
So don't get to see him too much.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, he's the only brother I got, so he's very, very important to me too.
Yeah.
Um, and that's part of my weekend plans is hopefully going down to see him.
Oh, how
All right.
exciting!
I just have to, yeah, I just have to get the bus tickets and everything, but hopefully I can make that happen because I really miss him. So
Yeah. That sounds
yeah,
like it'll be really special.
yeah. He texted me and he was like, I have Monday off. Can you come down Saturday? And I was like, we'll see. Hopefully. um, but yeah, so family is very, very important to me. I have a huge family too. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's just my brother and my parents and I like in our little circle, but
Right.
I have 16 cousins,
Wow.
um, 10 aunts and uncles. So yeah, 10. So yeah, I have a very
Wow.
big family. So
Yeah.
um and
I'm
my grandmother, it, I only have both my grandmothers left, but they're like the most important thing in my life.
mm,
Um, one of my grandmothers I'm extremely close with. She's my best friend. And she means everything to me. I have her handwriting tattooed on me.
oh, my heart.
Yeah.
That's
I got
beautiful.
that. She turned 90 in November. And
Woo!
and she looks great for 90, let me tell you. But she's always been against tattoos and everything like that.
Hmm.
Um, and so I was like nervous to tell her about it, but so I got the tattoo on her birthday, and we went to dinner that night with like all my cousins, aunts, and
Yeah.
uncles, huge party. And I surprised her and I showed it to her, and we both cried. So
Oh,
it was so
that's
emotional, but
so
she was like,
special.
"I hate tattoos, but it's meaningful." So yeah, she's extremely important to me, as well as my other grandmother. I just don't get to see her as much. So
Yeah.
um let's see, I'm getting off track here. I just love talking.
Please keep going. Whatever you want to
Personal,
share.
yeah. Personal development, that should definitely be higher. um I guess I don't really, I mean, I obviously am like, I have low self-esteem about certain parts of my life,
Hmm.
um, but not others. Others I'm very confident in.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess I kind of need to figure out those areas of my life that I need to work on, I guess. And I'm not exactly sure what they are,
Yeah.
but I know that there's some there.
Yeah. We don't
Um,
have all the answers right now.
yeah,
I mean, you're 20.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Give
exactly.
yourself some space.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another one, like lifestyle, that's just a little more confusing to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not like super sure about.
Yeah.
Let's see, what ones haven't I done?
What's another? So I've heard a lot of ones that I've heard just to like kind of regurgitate what you're saying. That's a weird word to use, but um
I get what you mean.
um I've heard um a lot of wonderful things that, your family is super important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also heard a lot of like, oh, this should be higher, or I should prioritize that, or these are really kind of low. What are some other ones that are going really good? Your family's really good. What's some other ones that are going really good right now?
I guess the friends and relationships, I say
Yeah.
like the friends that I have are really good ones.
Yeah.
Um, like I have like my two very close friends who
Mhm.
have been there for, we've been friends for like 2 years, a little more than that. Um, they're very solid friends I can go to for anything. So that part is definitely pretty good.
Mhm.
Um, I think career and business is also another
Yeah.
one that's pretty good. Um, just because I've worked my way up a lot at K's.
Yeah.
Um, and like with school, I guess like school can be fit into that one. So like with school, I'm doing pretty well in school, despite having a hard time with it being online.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
still think I'm doing pretty well there.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't even
and-
imagine, like, I wasn't at CCC when the pandemic did hit, but, like,
mhm,
I am just astounded by like, the rigor and
mhm.
the determination of folks who have been through that to, like, still keep going.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, you living through a pandemic while trying to go through school and trying to
Yeah.
work, like, that's amazing. Not many people can do that, and you're
Yeah.
doing it.
You're hyping me up too much.
Of course, I'm a hype girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been hard, but I mean, it's only making me tougher. I mean, like the
Woo.
pandemic hit when I was like a senior in high school, and it was like, that big time in your life.
Yeah,
You're going from, being a kid to
yeah,
being pushed into the world, and the whole world was quiet when I was pushed into it.
yeah,
And there wasn't really a transition. Like, and I've
yeah,
talked to like so many other like kids my age, like, you know, especially like in my grade, being a senior in high school and it hit, like we
mhm,
didn't really have that end to high school,
yeah,
beginning to college. It was
yeah,
all kind of blended.
mhm,
So I think like, I mean, everybody like my age and everybody that's going to school is like extremely tough and, you
mhm,
know, really adapt well to, what we've got going on. I mean,
yeah,
I hope the world goes back to normal.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah,
the fact that we've lived through it is great.
yeah.
Do you want me to do the other ones that I haven't done? I know there's like a few I didn't talk about on the wheel or no.
If there's, a few other ones that are, like, jumping out at you that are
Mm,
that you really wanna talk about, of course.
I think I hit the ones that are like really important to me. Like,
Okay.
um, I mean, God and spiritual. I'm not um a very spiritual person, I guess.
Yeah.
Like my parents were raised very strictly
Mm,
religious,
mhm,
so they did not raise me that way.
mm,
They wanted me to make my own decisions as far as that.
mhm.
Um, so I guess I've just never really thought about it. Um, Giving back. Sorry, my dog just hit my door. It scared me.
That's okay.
I have so many animals and they're constantly trying to get in my room and stuff. That scared me.
You'll have to, like,
Okay.
show me a tour sometime of
Oh yeah.
all your babes because I love
Oh, I
that.
will. Oh, I will. I have two cats, a dog, and two guinea pigs.
Oh
So it's like a zoo.
my
And they're all mine because I love them.
god.
Um, but yeah. So I guess like the giving back in finances. Um, I mean giving back. I used to do a lot of volunteering in high school,
Mhm.
but I mean now I just don't really have a whole lot of time, and it
Yeah, you're busy.
kind of sucks that I don't have the time to do that. But I did a lot of it in high school.
Mhm,
Um, so I mean, and obviously like when I'm out of school, would like to do more, and I would like to start while I'm in school actually. But I mean right now, like, there's not much I can do with the little bit of time I have.
yeah, yeah, it's hard
Um,
trying to fit everything in, and it sounds to me that, um, planning for your future is very, very, very important to you
Yeah.
in setting yourself up. And,
Definitely.
what other opportunities may come, they come, but,
Mhm.
I feel for you, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like working to build yourself up and to get the education that you want, like I feel like what I'm really hearing is a huge part of who you are and who you want to be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely very, very important to me. I'm always trying to learn more and improve myself in different areas and stuff like that. So that's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Mm,
You got it. That's
thank you.
amazing.
Thanks. Um, and I think the last one was
Mhm.
finances,
Mhm.
which I'm very fortunate. I don't have to pay rent and don't have to pay for food. Um, since I still live with my parents, so I'm extremely fortunate for that. Um, but I, obviously have to pay for everything else. So, um, like school, I pay for my own
Mhm.
school, which
Mhm.
is why I work so much. So, I mean, finances isn't really a huge stressor for me, I guess, which I'm very lucky for. Um, so yeah, and I think I hit
Awesome.
them all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that with
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
That's awesome. That takes bravery, like being that open. I hope you know that takes a lot.
Thanks.
So
Thank
that's
you.
really awesome. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah, I'm a
but
very open book.
so before we kind of say our goodbyes, I just wanted to know, like, overall, when you were doing this activity, what stood out to you? What did you learn about yourself?
Um, Obviously, I learned that there are some areas that need to be worked on.
Okay.
But I did learn that there are some parts that are very good.
Mhm.
Um, like the family, friends, and career, those are like very good. Like I have those solid. Um, so just finding those ones that are pretty good, but I would like to improve on.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, it was interesting because I mean, it really shows like, everything in life. Um, so it's kind of cool to look at and think about. Because I mean, I never really sit down and think about all these different aspects of my life. So it
Yeah.
was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I don't know
Definitely.
how you had time for it. You're so busy. Hard worker.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Like I'm really happy that you felt comfortable to share all of that with me. It gives me like a really, I mean, it's like a narrow view, but like it gives me a cool and good idea of who you are. Not saying you're not cool or not good. Like that's not what I'm meaning. Um, but like it's a good start.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
definitely, good at opening up because I could tell you're very sweet. You're a genuine person. You're not judgmental or anything like that. So that just makes it so much easier that, I could tell like you're a good coach. Definitely.
Well, thank
So
you. You're not supposed to coach me. Okay.
I'm just
I give
complimenting.
no, I'm just kidding. No, that was great. I guess the last thing I want to leave us with is um when you were talking about your family and your career and your friends, like those are all, and I'm sure you have people at work in your career that you can really rely on. I hear um a lot of support there
Mhm.
and a lot of course, like wonderful feelings. And I wonder how you can use some of those realms of your life to help work towards your goals of being more motivated or making harder decisions. Does anything come to mind for you right now?
Um, no, I guess I do. I would need help with that, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have, those people I can turn to for, um, help, I guess, and just to talk to, but I guess I do need help with that.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. I guess what I was trying to get at was I confused myself in the process.
Mm,
Um, was so take your goal of motivation. How could you see um like your friends or your family helping you towards that? Just anything that comes to mind.
Um, honestly, just like talking about it with them.
Yeah.
I get a lot about just I get a lot out of just talking to somebody
Yeah.
about like, oh, if I start to talk about like what I want to do with my
Yeah.
career and everything, um, I just start to get like passionate. So I
Yeah.
just talking about it kind of motivates me almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, that this really is what I want to do. Like,
Mhm.
so I guess that just talking to, friends and family about that just helps me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. That's awesome. Talking
Mm,
and sharing and communicating is such a powerful way of course, like hashing out ideas, but of also like feeling connected and feeling
definitely.
supported. And it's really helpful also, to bounce ideas with that person.
Mhm.
But I feel like talking out loud also is really helpful for the person talking
Yeah.
because you can verbalize those thoughts.
Yes, definitely. That's I I obviously love to talk. I get so much out of it. And I do a lot of writing as well. Like how I talked in class, like my
Yeah,
journal.
your
Like
journal, yeah.
I I just like taking my thoughts and getting them out there. Because sometimes I feel like I just have so many thoughts that if I don't get them out there, I'm gonna explode. You
Yeah,
know, I'm just
yeah,
like,
I
I
get
gotta either
that.
get it down on paper or say it in front of somebody just to get it out there.
Yeah,
Because I just am constantly always thinking a lot. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome. I'm glad that you have those tools in your toolbox
yeah,
to get through stuff.
yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, or would you like to talk about anything else?
Mm, I don't think so. I mean, I already think
Okay.
I got a lot out of the first session. I mean,
Well, good.
just by talking, I mean, I guess, and talking about my life wheel,
Yeah.
it's different to just do the activity and look at it,
Mhm.
than it is to actually talk about it and
Yeah.
explain it. Um,
Yeah.
because I just did it. I filled it out and I was like, okay, I'm done with it. I didn't really
Right.
think about it, the different aspects of each um piece.
Mhm.
So I mean, that was great to talk about for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome.
And I like it that you had me, focus on the positives too, because I definitely find myself looking at the negatives first.
Mm.
And I was talking about a negative, and you go, well, what's a positive? Um,
Yeah.
so that was nice. I was like, yeah, I do need to talk about positive things more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, awesome. I'm really glad you got a lot out of this first session. I'm super, super excited to keep working with you.
Me too.
Um,
Definitely.
and yeah,
All right.
awesome. I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
unrecord.
Okay.
Let's hope this works. Okay, stop recording. Also, thank you again for being you and being
Oh,
amazing.
of course. Thank you for listening. I mean, obviously, I love an audience. So like, thank you for
Girl, me
listening to
too.
me. Like, just
All right.
somebody to talk to is great.
I know. I know. It's such a good thing
Hmm.
just to be able
Definitely.
to talk
Yeah,
without judgment.
exactly. Exactly. There's too much judgment in this world.
All right, I'm gonna hit stop.